Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh, I leaned back on my radio. Oh, oh. Know this song? Play it again. I didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh, I leaned back on my radio. Oh, oh, some cat was laying down some rock and roll, out of soul, he said. Hello and welcome to another installment of Git Good Songwriting. This time we're going to be looking at one very specific note in the melody of David Bowie's Starman, and this is very sneaky, goes past you very fast, so it might go over your head the first, second, and the 100th time you listen to the song, but there is one out of scale note which takes influence from some spicy jazz music theory, which is a lot of fun. I'll play that little segment again. It's in the second melody line. I didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh, I leaned back on my radio. Oh, oh, it's on that syllable, ray in radio. So let's take a look at what's going on in the melody there. We've got this pattern of going from the 3 to the 2 to the 1 to the 5, 3, 2 of the chord. And the same pattern gets repeated over the first chord, which is G minor, and then we get the same thing over the second chord, which is F. Except we don't quite get that on the F chord. Instead we get, as opposed to, I leaned back on my radio, as opposed to radio. Now what's happening here is that in going down a half step from the third of this G minor chord, playing Starman by David Bowie, analyzing the melody in the verse. And thanks for complimenting the guitar. I do like it. It was a gift from my dad. Welcome everybody joining the stream. So if anybody can tell me in terms of music theory what's happening with that ready, then comment in the comment section of this live. Thank you for complimenting my voice, justice. So in going down a half step from the third of this first chord, the G minor chord, nothing really that crazy is going on. We're singing a note that doesn't belong to the triad of the chord that's sounding, which does sound admittedly quite jazzy. Ba, 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 but that note incidentally falls within the diatonic scale that we're in. Now when we do the same for the F major chord and we just go down a half step from the third of that chord, we actually, because it's a major chord, we land on the minor third, or the sharp 9 if you will, on this F major chord. Back on the radio, which is certainly very much not in the scale of F major, which is the key we're in. We get this little A flat or G sharp, and I'll just, to highlight how spicy that is, I'll just sing the A flat over this F major chord. So if you sustain it, it actually sounds pretty crazy. That's the major third, that's in the chord, and I'm singing the minor third, while still playing a major third. Do 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 da 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 da. But because it happens so fast, it sounds like just a little bit of extra spice, a little bit of extra chili pepper in the melody. So as opposed to going, know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh, I leaned back on my radio. think would have been totally justified. Just check out how much cooler it is when David Bowie sings the A flat as opposed to G natural. Know what time it was, the lights were low, oh, oh. I leaned back on my radio, oh, oh. Very, very cool. I recommend looking for instances in your own songs, in your own songwriting, where you might be able to do something similar, where you go down, where you sing an inside note, a note that's in the scale that you're in, and then you go down one diatonic step and up again, and instead just make it a half step if it's a whole step. You can really explore that. Do it for pretty much any note in the scale that doesn't have a diatonic note chromatically below it already. I'll play it with only diatonic notes, and then I'll go down a half step instead for each one. Used to play around with this one a lot. Check this out. Hey Mo, what's up, Mo Ryan? Welcome to the stream. We're talking about David Bowie's Starman, and that's actually it. You're gonna have to watch the replay to catch the gist of what I was talking about. But yeah, hope that inspires you for your own songwriting practice. Do try that out, and watch the replay. That will be uploaded right now to all of my socials. So, and if you want to work with me actually on learning music theory for the purpose of getting better at songwriting, becoming an infinite generator of cool songwriting ideas that you can use to inspire yourself, getting into that balance of structure and intuition instead of only relying on your intuition, then I'm your guy. Shoot me a message, you know where to find me, or comment yes on this post wherever you're at, on Facebook or on TikTok or on YouTube or on Instagram. And I will see you for another installment of Git Good at Songwriting, same time next week.